With all the issues Prometric has had administering the August and September LSATs, a lot of folks are wondering if LSAT medians will be lower this cycle. Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share my thoughts on whether LSAT medians will drop this cycle due to all the issues with administering the LSAT online with Prometric. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So I got this great comment a couple days back from a YouTube follower named Julianne Rose who wrote, "Do you think this cycle's LSAT average median will be lower across the board due to the August and September testing situation? Seems like everyone taking the LSAT this cycle has a heightened sense of anxiety and lots of people weren't feeling great going into their retake." Great question, thoughtful comment. I've been wondering the same myself. However, there are a couple of reasons I don't necessarily see LSAT medians dropping this cycle. First off is that this isn't the first time there have been issues with administering the LSAT. Back in 2019, when LSAC moved from the paper LSAT format to administering it on a tablet, there were a lot of test administration issues back in July 2019, and we did not see LSAT medians drop back then. Similarly, at the beginning of the pandemic in early 2020, with the May LSAT and the June LSAT, when LSAC quickly moved the LSAT online, of course, there was plenty of heightened anxiety at the beginning of the pandemic, and the initial administrations of the LSAT with ProctorU also had a number of issues, that tech issues, anxiety among test takers. We actually saw LSAT medians rise with the introduction of the LSAT Flex. Of course, counteracting the tech issues and the ProctorU issues was the fact that the LSAT was shortened to only 3 sections rather than 5, and a lot of folks found it easier taking the LSAT at home in a comfortable environment. LSAC has, of course, changed the format since then, and we can expect some slight decrease in medians, but I don't see any big drop in medians necessarily going into this cycle just because of the 2 LSAT administrations in August and September. Also, the LSAT's administered 8 times per year. August and September are only 2 administrations out of 8. It's 1 out of 4. And so it's possible that we will see Prometric's ability to administer the LSAT improve as we go into the October LSAT, November LSAT, January, February, and beyond. Only time will tell, but I also want to caution you not to read too much into what you read online about the LSAT administrations. Of course, the August LSAT was terrible for a significant number of test takers. Literally, thousands of people were affected, and of course, only some of them will retake the LSAT in October, November, and beyond. For some folks, their life circumstances, their schedules simply do not allow multiple retakes and delaying their law school applications. As for the September LSAT, some test takers experienced issues with a temporary tech glitch on the first day of testing, but significantly fewer were affected in the September LSAT than the August LSAT. Literally, thousands were affected. In August, I believe it was around 5,000 test takers for the August LSAT. For the September LSAT, LSAC quoted hundreds being affected. Of course, that's a significant drop from roughly 5,000. And so I don't necessarily see this impacting a huge percentage of test takers this cycle coming up. It may be a small percentage, maybe 10% of applicants are being affected, but maybe not that much more than that. And of course, it remains to be seen what will happen for the remainder of this testing cycle. And as I've mentioned in previous videos about the US News rankings changes devoting more importance to employment outcomes and bar passage rates, schools may have less money to devote to merit aid because they'll need to devote more to bar passage and employment outcomes. And so you may actually need higher LSAT scores above the medians of the schools to which you're applying to get the same amount of merit aid you would have gotten in previous years. Of course, I know that may not be great news, but that's the situation, just reporting it to allow you to make the most informed decision you possibly can about where to devote your time. And of course, from your perspective as an applicant, the biggest thing you can do to boost your chances of getting in and getting merit aid is to get the highest LSAT score possible. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out, and your sharing this video really does make a difference. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.